Welcome back everyone, and thanks for joining me for another episode of my FIFA 21 career with Manchester United. We are finally back and ready to go again for Season 2. But here we are, we find ourselves currently in the summer. We are hot off the heels of that big Champions League win in the final against Liverpool. And what a win it was. We went all the way to penalties and we beat them 4-3. And just look at Bruno there, proud as punch, stood next to the Champions League trophy. This is what he joined the club for, to win trophies, and hopefully winning the Champions League will be a nice little platform to build upon now as we head towards Season 2 for that Premier League crown. So let's have a look at all of the key stats then for our, key players this season and how well everyone has been performing. David De Gea doing wonders as always. Dean Henderson saw 12 games in total. Got an average rating of 6.6, not too bad. Kept 5 clean sheets, probably could have done slightly better. But again, there's room for improvement. And again, is that type of player, still young, got plenty of potential. Whereas Alex Telles, his first season at the club, 39 games at left back. I thought he played more than that, but 39, that's quite interesting. But Brandon Williams with 23 appearances, I think that's pretty respectable as we are trying to really get him into the first team. Upamecano, what a first season he had since we signed him back in the summer. 31 appearances, a goal as well to his name with a 7.1 rating overall. Harry Maguire, his conditioning and fitness this season has been absolutely peak. He's been phenomenal. I didn't really start him as much in the Carabao Cup, but he could have done. I think he could have played every single game this season, Harry Maguire. I know he played every game in the Champions League with a 7 rating, average rating. He's been fantastic, and there's no one better really, I think, for the captain's armbands. Maybe followed closely behind by Bruno Fernandez, I think. Tariq Lamptey, got big plans for him as the seasons come. At the age of 20, looks like he's already about to go up a rating as well. Scott McTominay, Fred. Who would have thought, Fred, heading into this season, I expected him to be a fringe player. I expected him to be on the sidelines, maybe warming the bench here and there and getting the odd start here and there also. But, 38 games to his name. He has exceeded expectations. 61 games for Marcus Rashford. 16 goals with 11 assists. Paul Pogba, another player that's just constantly been in the first team. It's been difficult to take him out of it because of the way he's performed alongside Bruno Fernandez, who I think I'm going to put down as our best player this season. Look at that average rating, 7.8 with 58 appearances in total, 28 goals for a number 10, for a central attacking midfielder. That is an absolute dream. And he is one of those players that could just fit into any team. And Dan James, what a breakout season for him. His first season at United in real life. Well, it started off really well and then it just went downhill. But this season on FIFA 21, he's just been phenomenal. And he's been difficult to take out the first team, as I've mentioned before in previous episodes. Mason Greenwood had a total of 32 games, but just look at Dan James. He's gone from 77 up to an overall of 80, and that's just going to keep on increasing. At the age of 23, he's nowhere near reaching his peak yet in football. It's fantastic. So here we go. We're about to end the season then. It's been a pretty successful season. We qualified for the Champions League for next season. We've won the Champions League this season. It has been a productive one, if you will, and foundations have been well and truly built. So De Bruyne grabs the Player of the Month for May as we are about to end the season. Players about to break for the summer as well, and we're about to get to work with bringing in maybe 1 or 2 players. I'm sure our budget is going to be quite large after winning the Champions League, after qualifying for the Champions League also in the Premier League. So let's go ahead. We've got some news here first. Players returning from loans, so Kovar is back, so is Traore, Chong, Pereira, players that I can't really, just looking at those names now, I can't really see getting them into the first team. Maybe Traore, maybe Levitt, but Chong it's going to be difficult for him to get any first-team football next season, and Joel Pereira as well. How are we going to put him over someone like David De Gea or even Dean Henderson? It's going to be difficult, and we might have to ship them out in the transfer window. I never looked at who had got promoted from the Championship to the Premier League this season, but straight away we can see that Blackburn are up, and so are Cardiff. Blackburn, what an interesting one that will be. Quite a historical game against United. And also, it's Watford. They are back in the Premier League. So let's have a look, see who we've got. We've got Fulham again on the opening day. Well, that's okay. Hopefully we can right the wrong because we lost that first game last season, didn't we? Against Fulham at Craven Cottage. So hopefully we can put that right in that game. Then we've got the Super Cup. It's Champions League winners against Europa League winners. And it's Hertha Berlin. Hopefully another piece of silverware that we can add to the trophy cabinet. Sandwiched in between Premier League games. I might have to rotate for that game against Fulham. Just so we're fresh for the one against Hertha Berlin, which is smack bang in the middle of the week. And then our first game at Old Trafford for the new season is against Newcastle. Let's have a look at the big ones. Oh, look at October. Spurs, Chelsea and Arsenal. Thankfully, those games against the North London teams, Spurs and Arsenal, are at Old Trafford. Then we take on City in November. Oh, look at December. We play Liverpool twice in the Premier League, home and away. That is subject to change, though, of course. And our last game of the season is at home against Wolves. Well, teams are already getting busy in the transfer window here in the summer. Leicester City have just completed the signing of Corentin Tolisso from Bayern Munich for 28.8 million. What a signing that is for Leicester City. Quite a steal as well. 28 million, it's not too bad. He's going to be on 80,000 a week. I think they've got a great player in Tolisso. But what does that mean for the likes of James Maddison? Is he going to be moved on? We'll have to wait and see. Gedson Fernandez has gone to Augsburg for 25.4 million. PSG have just completed the signing of former Real Madrid man in Ferland Mendy. And Inform Jimenez, who I've been keeping an eye on, was thinking about pulling the trigger on and bringing in, has signed for Hertha Berlin, who we will play in that Super Cup final. And how about this? Real Madrid splashing out 101 million for Marco Verratti from PSG. There we have it then. We've made our first foray into the transfer window this summer. Manchester United have won the race. I don't think there was really a race on. But Sam Lammers has put pen to paper. We've signed him for 14.7 million. He comes from Holland. The 24-year-old is ready and willing to get started here at Old Trafford. Touted as the next Ruud van Nistelrooy. Be fantastic if that is the case. Right. Okay, we've got loads of options here. This is my shortlist. We've got Sancho, David Brooks. I know I signed him on my PES 21 career. I'd like to bring him in, but I can't really see much room for him in the starting lineup, especially if we do get our man here today in Jaden Sancho. Now, we did try for him last summer, and we failed completely. His current value is 135.5 million. That has gone up quite considerably since our last dealings with Dortmund. So let's offer them 135. Let's see what they say anyway. Are they going to agree? I don't think they will. They're going to bump that up. That's what I'm expecting anyway. Are we going to be walking away here empty-handed? Oh, they want 193.1 million plus 10% of the transfer fee with a sell-on clause. Wow, 193. Let's see if we can bring that down. I'm sure we can. Shall we say 175? Let's see what Dortmund say. We've still got that sell-on clause as well of 10%. They're doing it. They are happy to accept 175 for Jaden Sancho. Unbelievable. The question is, will we be able to get a good contract with Sancho, or will he be asking for silly amounts of money? I suppose we are about to find out then as his agent comes in here with Jaden sat alongside him. Is he about to be our new number 7? So he wants a crucial squad role. What does that mean for Dan James, who had a fantastic season last year? What does it mean for Mason Greenwood? Do we shift Greenwood to a number 9? Did we need Sam Lammers? What about Anthony Martial? Is he going to start feeling as though his position is threatened at the club? Maybe even Marcus Rashford? Obviously, the dream scenario would be that we can keep them all, but how do we rotate them properly? Shall we just offer him £1 wage a week? He should accept that just for being at United, right? Well, we'll go for 120,000. They're happy with that, but they want a signing bonus of 1.2 and a bonus for 15 goals scored. We'll just do it. And he seems happy as we have got our man in Jaden Sancho. Here we go. There he is. Jaden Sancho with the red and white colours of Manchester United. He has finally put pen to paper. There was a lot of speculation. We were nowhere near it last summer, were we? After we went in multiple times for him and they just kept on rejecting because we just didn't have enough money for him. But this season we do, and he wants to join a team that's just recently won the Champions League. He's got lofty ambitions, this one. So here is Dean Smith. We are in for John McGinn. And we are going to see if they will take a player off our hands in, shall we say, Nemanja Matic. His value is 12.5 million. Hardly saw any first team football last season. Had 1 or 2 games at the start, didn't he? But since then, it was just Bruno, Pogba and Fred in that midfield of 3. So we'll offer Matic and 4 mil for McGinn. And Dean Smith is happy with that. He obviously sees a lot in Matic. Quite the experienced player. There we go. He is done. John McGinn is in. He is now a Manchester United player. He will take Juan Mata's former number of 8. And he joins for 4 million with Matic going the other way. He's on a contract for 2 years. And he's a great player. I think he'll fit right in. Got a lot about him, really. A lot of know-how in central midfield. And it'd be interesting to see that dynamic working with the likes of Bruno and Pogba now. Malaysia, is that Malaysia? He's just signed for Bayern Munich anyway. Everton have signed Dumfries, and Karim Benzema is reunited once again with Jose Mourinho. He signs for Spurs for 59.9 million. He's on 2-year contracts worth 270,000 a week. And how about this? James Maddison has signed for PSG after they sold Verratti. We are Manchester United taking aim at the Premier League crown this season. That is the main one to focus on for us. We can't allow Liverpool to win it again, otherwise they'll be one above us. Well, here we go again then. The opening day of a new Premier League season. There is no better feeling. And there is our marquee signing of the summer. Jaden Sancho, ready for action as Manchester United's new number 7. We are here once again at Craven Cottage to open proceedings to take on Fulham. Hopefully we can right the wrongs of the opening day last season, as we did go on to lose 1-0 here. It's a poor start to last season, but look how it ended up. Wasn't too bad, was it? We finished 3rd, didn't we? We qualified for the Champions League. We also went on to win the Champions League. And now that we've strengthened even more, I'm feeling pretty confident this season. Here is Paul Pogba then, as he looks to stay here at Old Trafford. Jaden Sancho, first bit of action for him on the ball as he makes his debut. That is going to be offside for Jaden, but good signs so far. Fred finds Bruno. Here is Jaden Sancho. It's a really tight angle, but you know what? I think that would have caused a few problems for the keeper, if not for his defender here. I think he would have saved that, yeah. We are looking for that first goal, looking to start quickly here, but Fulham might find a way through. If not for David De Gea, that's the first goal of the game. 24 minutes in, Fulham almost opening up the scoring yet again in this opening day game. It's Bruno. In a bit of last season coming through from Bruno in today's game. Need him on that score sheet maybe. Here is Rashford. Martial finds Bruno. Martial makes a bit of a run into the box, and Martial gets the first goal of the game. 55 minutes gone. He's back on that score sheet again. Hopefully now we can go on and get a second. Great bit of play between Martial and Bruno. That partnership forever flourishing. They're not happy, Fulham, after we have taken the lead this season. Kenny. Oh, that's a poor clearance from Lindelof. Kenny, oh, what a save from David De Gea, using his feet yet again to clear. Bruno going unchallenged here. Bruno Fernandez slips it through for new signing Sam Lammers. He's come off the bench here. Looking to make an impression on his debut for Manchester United. Hits it on his right and it just kept moving away from goal, unfortunately. Pogba finds Martial, who's moved over to the left here to allow Lammers to play more central. And here is Sam Lammers now. Goes it alone. Positive signs from our new signing in Sam Lammers. Not on target this time. So that's us up and running then for the new Premier League season. Winning here at Craven Cottage against Fulham by 1-0. Thanks to that man there, Anthony Martial, who is also up and running for Manchester United this season. And that is going to be the end of this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed. I will see you all very soon for the next one.